Hello everyone, Jack Etchman here from Scootertrix Studios, and I am back to do another commentary, this time on episode 24 of Scootertrix the Abridged. So without further ado, let's begin.
Hey, Twy, I'm gonna go to the store.
So this episode was the calm before the storm.
Who? The owl. Who?
In the
The owl.
series. So I really wanted to have it sort of a very fun, light episode, kind of going back to what the series started with, sort of this kind of light comedy with occasional, not really drama in those episodes either, but just kind of a fun episode, not, pretty chill.
Twy! What? God, you're so lame. If I hear one more owl pun, I'm gonna cut you
I
in the
didn't want the
face.
episode to be about the owl, but so I just had this sketch at the beginning. So this is like, we acknowledge that it's the owl episode. I was actually kind of surprised too that we used so much footage from the actual episode itself. I didn't think I'd be using that much, but we did. So it was still abridging, still abridging with episode 24. Yeah, but in the original episode, I really liked the whole meteor shower. It was kind of a nice little scene, and I wanted to make this episode the focus of the meteors because we could use it to serve our story. As of course with this scene.
But Luna, it is once in a lifetime.
This scene definitely shows that.
This is sick.
I know.
I think my dad wrote this entire scene too. I wrote one line, I think, and that was the kittens are gonna love it. I think it's the one thing I put in this scene. Everything else he did.
A meteor shower onto Sombra zombies is the only way to stop them. The advertising campaign.
So this is actually this was the last episode I finished in college. This was right before I graduated, and because I had all the exams and everything, I actually got a bunch of people together to edit this episode. So we got a bunch of editors. A lot of them did some phenomenal work.
They're zombies. By definition, they're already
I was very
dead.
impressed with some of the
I'm just
edits
throwing them this courtesy
that I
cremation.
received for
I
this.
should be charging them.
What will your subjects say?
It was a bit unfortunate because I released a video where it's like, we need editors on April Fool's Day, and so some people thought it was an April Fool's.
Oh, come on. It was a little funny. It was a little pathetic. Is that the only reason you bought an owl?
I like doing this with Spike. I like that Spike likes to cook and he likes to do this kind of stuff.
I'm doing it. No. Spike? Yeah.
That was one thing
caught on fire.
that we're not gonna get to, but basically like sort of a Spike's backstory and like where he came from. It was kind of implied with episode 19 with him, with like kind of like how he was treated with the dragons, and like he likes doing all these things. He likes cooking and stuff, but it's like not seen as something that dragons do. So he moves to Ponyville.
I love that pony. Now she's a real hoot. Shut up. Spike! Yeah, I got it. And then I said to him,
The classic.
Ultra fast? More like ultra not fast.
I think that joke was supposed to be a jab at Wakaru, but then it just turned into a self-deprecating joke. And didn't really. Yeah, it wasn't really a jab.
Celestial dance spectacular. Hey, Rarity, guess what Twilight did last night? Oh no. She spent 40 bits on an owl just to make owl puns.
It wasn't 40 bits. You spent 40 bits on an owl just to make owl
Some
puns?
40
No,
bits.
she totally did.
I think Eric actually came up with the whole
did.
ultra fast joke.
You really did.
It's like
didn't
ultra
you?
fast, more like
That's
ultra
right. I'm sorry.
stupid,
Keep up with
or
all the
something
young
like
people.
that, and then
Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean.
ultra not.
Let me think of an example. Let's say we have a guy. Let's call him Derped Chaos.
Oh yeah, so
goes to the-
for
wait,
those of
wait,
you
what?
of you who
Why
don't
is he
know what
called
this
Derped
was,
Chaos
so basically I had a
First
reward on
name is in my
Patreon
head.
where if you
That was
went
the
for the
first name
tier,
that came
then
to
you
your
got
head, Derped
your name
Chaos
spoken by
411?
the characters in an episode.
Yes. Why?
And so I wrote out this kind of
Think of a
little
name like
sketch. Again, this is like a very
King
chill
or
episode.
something.
There's not a whole
I
lot
know
of
a
story.
King
So I
King,
was like
but
just
what
throwing
do
in
you-
sketches.
a king
And I wrote
king?
this little
Yeah, they went
dialogue
down the street,
between
but I
all the
just made that
characters
up just
about
now.
just the
Well, I
names
knew
of
one.
That's nothing,
these
man.
4
I knew an
patrons.
Apponex when I was in flight
And
school.
I made sure it was fun
Well,
to,
that's kinda
because I had to make
I
sure
mean,
that
I
all
guess
of their
a
names
shaft
were
sounds
said
like a
3
buffalo
times.
name.
I didn't
That
want
is
to
not
like
a
their names
buffalo
said in
name.
different
Well,
Like
I
one
mean, that was
person
just
said
his
one time,
nickname,
one
man.
person said
His
40,
real
you know.
name was
So
Ross
they're
Pitt
all
Shark
even.
Hunter. Ross Pitt Shark Hunter? Why didn't
It
you
was
say that?
it is
No,
fun.
no,
It's
we
a
always
fun
just call
fun to
him
record,
Apponex,
fun to
man.
write.
Apponex. We're talking about bizarre names. Oh, really, Twy? You're
So,
gonna go after how
getting
ridiculous
Spike in
a
there.
name sounds?
There's actually a
What's your
whole
name, Twy?
deleted scene or a whole like a
Twilight
whole deleted sketch from
Sparkle.
this episode because it ended up being too long.
So,
And I still need to finish
Ross
it, but
Pitt Shark Hunter is
like that'll
weird,
be
but
up for the
Twilight
patrons
Sparkle
at
isn't?
some
Well,
point.
I mean,
But
maybe not to a
basically,
dragon.
it's
Just
the
today, I
all
ran
the
into
main
a
six are
stallion
arguing
named
about who would
Business
win
Savvy.
in a
His
battle
first name was
royale
literally Business,
between all the
as in
Disney
that's what his parents
princesses.
named him.
Uh,
Okay.
you-
Drop it. Alright, Spike. Did you
and
make their cookies?
I just cut it
They're gorgeous.
like at the end because it's like it didn't push the story along. It was just sort of random and it was way
thanks.
too
Oh,
long.
yeah, I was gonna say,
It was
the
just like
spaghetti noodles
one of those
taste just like
ridiculous
home.
things that
Okay,
they
you
would
know
get
what?
into.
I'm gonna try the spaghetti noodles.
You're gonna try.
This is
the,
probably my favorite edit from the editors.
The spaghetti
I really
noodles?
like a lot
Oh,
of the creative
snap.
choices
Hang on,
put
let me
into
go
this.
get it. Let me go get
edit.
it. Check this out. Hey, Twilight, can I talk to you for a second? Outside, please? Yeah, sure. All right, here I go.
And then there's
Oh.
the spaghetti noodles. I had to bring it back at some point.
Something's wrong.
What?
I don't know what it is, but something doesn't
It took
feel
forever
right.
to
Do you
find
feel sick?
No, no.
a
it's-
shot for Pinky where she's crying.
I felt a disturbance in the fourth.
So, AJ, you want the recipe?
And
Sure.
this scene right here, so this
Say,
was
how'd you get to be such a
again
good cook
keeping in
anyway? It's been
mind
a passion
the
of mine
whole
since I was a kid.
Spike's
A kid.
backstory
Aren't you like a
type
baby
thing. Like
dragon
this is
or
what I
something?
was trying to
Dude,
put
dragons
something
have
in there
really,
because
really long
this
lifespans.
basically
I'm
replaced the
literally older than
whole
you. What? No way. How old are
the
you?
other the
27.
princess
Damn.
sketch.
Well,
Disney
for a
princess
baby,
sketch.
you sure are a good cook. Thanks. I'm glad some people like it.
What do you mean?
Oh, and the music in the
Well,
background. It's
well,
Pinky's
back home,
Brew,
they'd,
the
make
Living
fun of me,
Tombstone
'cause
remix.
baking isn't considered
That's
very
still my
dragon-like.
favorite
Aw,
all-time favorite
Spike,
song from
what?
the Brony
I didn't know
fandom.
that. Well,
And I asked
big deal.
Little
Griffin
Spike.
if
Yeah,
I could
you're just a
use the
big
music. He
softie,
said,
aren't
"Yeah,
you?
go
Jesus
for it."
Christ, why are you treating
I'm
me
like,
like
"Yes,
a kid?
thank
'Cause
you."
are one, Spike.
Don't worry, we love you.
Okay, that's enough out of you two. Well, did you check the script?
That's just it.
That
I can't find
door!
anything wrong.
Damn
We had a
it!
fun time at the
You have
park.
no idea how. Okay,
Shot
so
and that's
that
it.
door
No
behind
credits.
Twilight, it
Maybe was a
freaking.
mistake.
But I can
Like,
feel
I
it.
was-
I can feel it feels
I
like
couldn't find a close up of
feels
it that
like
wasn't
something
blurry
really
because
bad
it's like
is
you have
about
the
to
shot of the
happen.
house, but if you like zoom in,
What-
it
what
goes all
can we
blurry.
do
So I ended up like
No,
getting a
okay,
daytime shot, and I was gonna recolor it,
What?
and I recolored it, and then suddenly I found an episode where it had a close up of the door. I remember so mad because I just spent like an hour making this other door and recoloring it
If something bad does
and trying to make it look good.
we're together, and we'll act.
And then this HD
Why
version
only
just
one
drops
scene?
out of nowhere.
We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Okay?
Oh, so the burn that bridge when we get to it is something that Kai says from the Canterlot, and I just think it's so funny, so I used it in this. But yeah, then we have the meteor shower, of course. It's just a pleasant scene. I like it a lot.
The sky's filled with lovely floating sparkles, ripe for making wishes on.
I like little
How do you
moments
feel
like
now?
this where it's just kind of relaxed.
I don't know. Well, sometimes things turn out all right.
Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah. And then of course we have it's like the episode's not over yet, of course. So I added in like a couple little glitches in here just to you know, kind of like so people would be like, "Oh," and they wouldn't like cut out the credits right away. It's like, "Oh, is there something else going on here?" You know, and then it's like, "Oh, wait, what's going on?" So then we
What
get
the hell?
this scene.
There's an after credit scene.
So I thought it would be kind of a neat idea that
But there's
we
never
actually
an
use
after-credit
the
scene.
after credit scene as like this like wait, what's going on
Hello,
moment because it's we never done it
Who's
before.
there?
You're so small.
And then of course we have
So
it's Anna Chloe
fragile.
M. That's how you say the
So
name apparently.
poorly written.
I remember talking with Kai and he's like, "Is it
Oh,
it's
hello there.
Chloem?"
I'm
And it's
glad you
it's Anna
saved
Chloem.
us
It's like,
from
"No, it's
this.
Anna Chloe
We're
M."
going to have so
But Anna did a
much
great job.
Who
I really like what she did with the
Show
character.
yourself.
I think
It's
with
not
Discord's
very
character in
smart,
general,
is it?
because it's really hard to follow up with John Delancey's
Why
performance.
ask who I am?
So
when
instead
you
of
can
trying
just
to
look
make
at the
something similar to
script
Discord,
and find
I just
out.
went like, let's just make him well, not completely different, but make him like just really malicious and scary instead of more humorous. I mean, he's got some humor in there too. It's kind of like a GLaDOS type character, but so yeah, that was episode 24. A relatively smooth episode. We just had we had a bunch of editors, so that made it really easy, and that made sure that we actually got it out on time. So amazing work from them. Great work from Atomic, because he did a lot of the green screening here. And yeah, fantastic. So I'll see you guys in the next commentary. See ya.